the ability to really believe and stay together and have great toughness down the stretch. Can't say enough about Maddie Cartwright's toughness here in big plays, and not just the clutch free throws at the end or the threes, but on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively. She was a huge difference maker. Hannah Riddick, goodness, starting that fourth quarter, she started us off, and she had 6 straight points to be able to start that quarter, and she really had some tough finishes around the rim. And then Jade Clack on the defensive side with, I think she ended up with 5 steals, and just being able to really kind of gain some momentum through these compounding moments through every single person on our team. It was a great team win. UAB is a well-coached team, and they're a good team, and so we're glad that we came away with a win today.
Yeah, you've been in a tough stretch of the schedule, and you get down early. How can you speak to maybe what you said at halftime, or how you were able to keep up the momentum so that you can make such a big fourth quarter comeback?
Yeah, well, I think it's all about talking about what you're going to do next, right? You can't give necessarily power to the past or what just happened. It matters from a standpoint of learning opportunities, but it shouldn't have any effect on what happens in that next moment. So when we go in, we make a couple corrections. We talk about the things that we need to do a little bit better, and then we talk about the things that we're going to do. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. And I think our team is just, they're so special, the chemistry that they have and the connection that they have and the way that they believe in each other. And I felt like that was a big difference in the game.
And then Maddie, obviously you took a bunch of hard falls in the game, but you were incredibly effective down the stretch. Can you speak to your personal mental resilience in that?
When it comes to getting hit and coming back up, it's really just what my team needs. They need me on the floor, and so if I got to play with something broken, got to play with something broken. If something, gets shifted on my face, I got to play with it. So, that's really just the mentality that I go through, that my team needs me on the floor, so I'm going to stay on the floor.
What corrections did you make in the second half? Because, on first half, it seemed like the defense was still pretty sticky, but second half, what kind of switch there?
Well, we needed to score the ball a little bit better. We weren't happy with our scoring production, and then there were some defensive adjustments that we wanted to make. So offensively, we made a couple of adjustments to get the ball into the paint, to get the ball at certain places on the floor based on their strategy that they had. And I thought we did a good job of that in the second half. And then I felt like a really big turning point for us was our fourth quarter defense that we had. Whenever we wanted to change the momentum of the game and shift a little bit of UAB's offensive rhythm, we changed our defensive. We had great players and great guards in the backcourt that worked really, really hard on our press. And even though we didn't get a steal every single time, it still changed the rhythm of the offensive team, coming in with a shorter shot clock in the front court. And I felt like that was a big difference for us. I also felt like we rebounded the ball well in the fourth quarter to get those stops. There were some times where it was, that shot clock was under 10, and we needed to defend without fouling, and we needed to rebound the ball, and we did that.
Maddie, what does this win do for you guys? Got a tough stretch here to end before going to conference tournament.
Yeah, we have a really tough schedule still going before we get to the conference tournament, so this really helps us get that losing streak off and helping us go into another home game and making it really hard for the team that we're playing next.
All right, we good? All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Harrison, LK, y'all got questions?
I thought you said you had a question.
Do you have a question for Maddie?
You said you had a question.
Okay.
Inadvertently answered it.
Someone already asked it? No?